Hey, it's Sela Social Studies.
Hey guys, welcome back to Sela Social Studies. Now it's time to form a more perfect union. So in previous videos, we discussed how the First Continental Congress had written the Articles of Confederation in November of 1777, which established a system of self-governance for the new country. The states had ratified or improved this document in 1781 and has acted as a federal government until 1789. However, the federal government experienced problems with foreign affairs under the Articles because it couldn't pass or enforce laws regarding foreign policy, which states didn't like, or do things like raise an army or collect taxes. Other problems began to arise, leading to the delegates to attempt to fix the ailing government. In an attempt to rectify the issue of a weak central government and many other problems under the Articles of Confederation, delegates assembled in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania between May and September 1787 at a convention to attempt to rework the weak points. This meeting of delegates is called the Constitutional Convention, and while the convention originally met to correct the issues of the old government, it instead drew up a whole new constitution for the United States. George Washington presided over the convention while 55 delegates from 13 states attended. The job was to peacefully get rid of the government which had been established by the Articles of Confederation. To mend the issues of the Articles of Confederation, the members of the Constitutional Convention set up a system of government which contained not one, but three branches of government. The legislative branch, which includes the House of Representatives and the Senate, makes the laws. The executive branch, which includes the president, vice president, and the members of his cabinet, carry out the laws. The judicial branch, which includes the Supreme Court and other courts, interprets or evaluates the laws. So this new government would also include a series of checks and balances to manage the powers of the federal government. Checks and balances were put in place to make sure not one branch of the government was stronger than the other. The last issue I'll discuss here is how the Constitution fixed the revenue problem. Under the Articles of Confederation, the government almost went bankrupt because they did not have a steady influx of revenue from its citizens. Now, under the Constitution, federal government gave itself the authority to collect taxes. Now, the Constitution may not have passed if it was not for the Federalist Papers. The Federalist Papers were a series of over 80 essays written by Alexander Hamilton, John Jay, and James Madison supporting the Constitution. In order to attempt to appease the southern states, the writers collectively argued that the new federal government would not overpower states' governments. The Federalist Papers were widely printed in newspapers around the country, and it influenced the constitutional debate at the convention. The Constitution is arguably the most important document in American history. It established a set of laws and rules that the people, as well as the government of the United States, must follow. It was given the nickname the Supreme Law of the Land and is considered a living document. This is because the Constitution was not written to be set in stone. It was written with the intention that it could and would be amended or changed in the future as civilization changed. As a matter of fact, the Constitution would not have been ratified or approved unless the original version of the Constitution wasn't amended to include the rights for citizens themselves. This leads me to how the Constitution is divided up. The Constitution is divided up into three parts: the preamble, the amendments or articles, and the Bill of Rights. The preamble is not a part of the rules or laws that govern the nation. It lays the groundwork for the reasons for the Constitution, the articles, and it establishes who holds the power in the government. We, the people. The Constitution set up a nation that is run by popular sovereignty, a nation run by the people through systems like the voting process. It ensures that the government will be just. The preamble states that we, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. The Constitution also laid the groundwork for the sharing of powers between the federal government and state governments. This is called federalism, and this is important. Federalism is a very important concept under the Constitution because it allows the state's government to control what the federal government cannot. And here's an example of federalism. Federalism is like the federal government will issue you passports because you are a resident of the United States of America. And it also delivers your mail. However, if you are a resident of a state, you get your driver's license at the state level. Can you really imagine if we all had to wait in line at the federal government in Washington, D.C. to get your driver's license? No way. All right. We'll see you next time.